I've been working on the game for about 20 years now. I first started playing board games with my friends in high school, and when I went away to college, I was a political science major, and took that fun that we had playing board games and wanted to make not only a fun game to play with your friends, but something that could actually teach you something about politics along the way. So this is what it is 20 years later. I started the first version working on McPaint in black and white. I had 4 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper that I had taped together. I had printed the cards out on a heavy cardstock and cut them out by scissors, and would play with my friends, and they would give me feedback, and then I would start to incorporate real life scandals, real life issues, real life things into this game where you basically run for president. It teaches people that the Electoral College is what elects our president, not how many votes are in your hand. I don't know how many games I've played where I've had a huge fistful of votes at the end of the game and still end up losing because I didn't have the right states. The educational component is just an aside. It's a really fun game to play, but I tried to incorporate things like a scandal card. Teapot Dome. A member of your cabinet has been jailed for taking bribes from the oil companies. Roll the dice and see how many vote cards you must forfeit. So the Teapot Dome was the first major scandal in a presidential election. Someone reading that card might know that, they might not know it, or they may decide they want to know about it. But meanwhile, it has a major impact on whether or not you can be elected president. So you roll the dice, you lose a lot of vote cards. That could majorly shift the game. The game plays very easily. You roll the dice, you move your token, your pawn around the board, and you do what the space tells you to do. I were to roll, say, a 3, I would land on Midwest state. So you take the state card. I'm the only one that can see what state this is. All the other players know is it's just somewhere in this Midwest region. Now, it's a little bit like a poker game. We now start to take vote cards that we've all earned in our hands. We have a certain number of votes. And then we start to bid on that Midwest state. I do an opening bid, and it goes around the board, and everybody bids. Nobody knows really what state it is, though, until the high bidder wins the state. And when that happens, they turn the state over, and they put it in front of them so everyone can see what they want. So there's a little bit of poker in here. You got to bluff people to spend a lot of votes on a state that might not be worth very much. Or if I were to pull a state like, Michigan, which is worth a lot, I might not want people to have the competition. So I might want to try to bluff them into not bidding very much so I have a high valued state. And like every presidential election, it's not over till the game's over. There are swing state spaces where I can actually take someone else's state from them and put it up for auction again. You can hit these wonderful scandal cards we talked about. You can hit issue cards, which can help you in the game or hurt. It really shifts the momentum of the game all while you're playing. It ends up really being very fun, educational at the same time, and drives home very subtly the point that it doesn't matter how many votes are in your hand. It matters did you hit that magic 270 number to win. There are 5 takeaways you should get from this video. Number 1 is the game is fun. Every time I go back to my friends from high school where this whole thing started, they all ask to play the game. We play it and have a great time, whatever the latest version is. Number 2, it's educational. All right, I've had friends of the family, teachers, play this game with their classes as part of their social studies, their government class, to teach them how the process works. And they all give me wonderful feedback saying the kids loved to play it, they had a great time, and they learned the lesson. So that's great. Number 3 is we're nonpartisan. All right, this is about the system, not about politics. So the game is as nonpartisan as it can be. And number 4 is the history. There's wonderful political history out there. The scandals, the issues, gets people talking about it. It's humorous, and it gets part of the game. And the 5th and most important thing is, number 1, it's a fun game. I'd like to thank you for taking a look at Kickstarter, for helping me get this game into reality. It's something I've been working on for a very long time. It means a lot to me and my family, and I really look forward to getting it out there and having more people enjoy it. Thank you.